the coastal plains and a step closer to the home range of our ultimate African snake, the black mamba.
Quite extensive palm groves. Good for frogs and birds. Great for snakes. Jumbo!
The trees aren't the only places that are home for some of the snake's favorite prey. We're going to check out some coastal caves where mambas have been spotted. The caves are permanent homes to creatures like bats, and where small animals make homes, the predators are never far behind.
These caves are always a nice, cool retreat for all sorts of species, particularly me, Homo sapien.
Parts of the caves have collapsed, creating perfect hiding spots for snakes to live in.
Hear that? Bats. Coming from the darkness of this big cave here. Haha, I love bats. Now this is one wild-looking unit.
It's a whip scorpion, and they're very common on the cave walls. They've got 8 sets of legs. However, the first 2 legs up the front are modified into antennae to help locate their food.
They're one wild-looking arachnid, aren't they? I tell you what, looks would just about kill you.
Wow. Neat bats. They're a medium-sized, medium-range bat, and judging by their head structure, I'd say they're fruit eaters. Oh. Yep, they're fruit eaters. I'm just gonna have to move off. I'm getting a lot of backwash. Bat excreta doesn't taste that good, and it stings your eyes. This is a great place to explore for snakes, and I can hear the ocean through this crevice. Wouldn't you believe it? This cave opens out into the tropical ocean. This region's well known for some of the deadliest and most dangerous snakes on the continent. The coastal fringe also includes the most densely populated areas. And with so many snakes and people living closely together, it's one of the worst places in Africa for fatal snake bite. The trick here is don't look it in the eye. Look at this. It's a plated lizard. Hey mate, how are you? They eat insects and fruits. And have a look at his back. You can see it's like armour plating. This whole coastal fringe on the east coast of Africa is a great place for reptiles, both on the ground and in the trees. You can see his little nostrils, big eyes, diurnal, good set of ears. You're like an Australian skink, plated lizard. Away you go, mate. Quick, run away. There's a lot of species that are arboreal, a heck of a lot. And my main target actually lives in these coastal trees.
Steve's after snakes, but on closer inspection, he spots one of the most fascinating little creatures you can find in the African trees. It's a tiny chameleon, nature's master of camouflage.
Hey, little fella. Hey, little fella. Howdy. Howdy, little bloke. Howdy, little bloke. Where are you going? Where are you going? Are you going on that stick? Isn't he a darling? It's a flat-necked chameleon. And he's a little treasure. No jumping. He's jumping. He's jumping, this little lizard.
You can see he's got like little gloves like this, really good for gripping trees, and he's in a hurry. He's in a real hurry to get up there. Oh, you've got your mouth open. Look at him, he's got his mouth open, he's gonna bite me. He's gonna bite. Oh, you've got your mouth open, you're gonna bite Uncle Steve-O. We don't know why, and look at his little tail. Of course, they can grip with that tail, it's like another appendage. He's in a hurry, he doesn't want to be here. Chameleons are insectivorous, and they've got an incredible technique of being able to change their colour to suit their environment. They'll also change their colour to suit their mood. If they're happy, they'll be bright. If they're sad, they'll be dark. And if there's a predator coming, they'll match the background and they'll become perfectly still. Another technique they've got is they mimic leaves. So if there's a little bit of wind blowing, they'll mimic the leaves, and then snakes and other predators can't see them. And look at their eyes. They've got these googly eyes. They can look around all over the paddock, no problem at all. And he's quite agitated, which is unusual for chameleons. I'm not sure why that is, but he just doesn't want to be here. So I'll let him on. How's this? It's a boom slang. Run for your life, mate. Go up this way. Quick. How's this boom slang? We got a boom slang. You're all right, mate. You're all right. She's just a bit grumpy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just got to get down on this next branch. You're all right, buddy. This is the notorious boom slang. Being an arboreal species, they can come back on their own body so hard and fast that you can't avoid a bite. And this particular species of snake claims, a lot of people, you can see how he's got his throat flattened out. You're all right. Oh, he's opening his mouth too. He means business. Here's the boom slang. Big eyes. Look at the eyes on him. He's a diurnal predator. You can see his nostrils right at the front of his head. Real blunt looking head there, goes into a triangular shape. Always confused with the green mamba and the other tree and bush snakes. Of course, a lot of non-venomous snakes look like this guy, and of course the green mamba, spitting image of this bloke. Those big eyes give him away as the boom slang. Rear fang, and they've got big fangs, huge big fangs, but they got to chew. So if he grabbed hold of me, if he chewed in, I'd get envenomated. And they're cytotoxic, which is wild. People that have been bitten by them, they start bleeding in the eyes. Right in the corner of their eyes starts bleeding, their nose, and internal bleeding is one of the ways that you die from this species. Beautiful snake, nonetheless. And he's got, I can't juggle into position, but he's got, you can see, bite on the face would be awful. Right down there, see that? That looks like a broken rib. An old injury that he's had, probably as a youngster, that's healed up. You can see the ticks on the side of his body, and look how alert his head is. Wow, they've got a wild looking head. Wild looking head. It's because they spot their prey during the day as it moves. They click onto it, they lock on and zoom in for the kill. Grab hold of the chameleon, chew on it, envenomate, kill it, and it's all over bar the shouting. They swallow it down. Let's have a look at his scalation under his belly there. Steady, mate, steady. He's staring right down the barrel here. You can see those huge, big ventral or belly scales. That's what gives him his speed and his gripping power on the smallest of twigs and branches. They go through leaves. They'll actually mimic leaves moving too. Incredible species of snake. Just like the Australian green tree snake, only these things pack a wallop. As far as deadly and dangerous is concerned, these guys kill people. They kill people. There was a bloke recently died. He couldn't get the anti-venom. There is anti-venom available in certain places of Africa, and they're quite widespread. They're found here on the coast, inland, up and down the continent of Africa. Beautiful animal. I'm just going to let him go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. My fingers are really bad and close.
Easy does it. And in a flash, this amazing reptile acrobat is gone, high into the tree and totally invisible.
How fast is that? Hey, 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 how's this?